Good morning, everyone. So the class will be starting in another 5 minutes. Please be on the call. Good morning, guys. Thanks for joining. So before getting started, do we have anyone who joined newly today for this course? You can raise your hand, or you can ping in the chat, or you can unmute yourself and speak. Who joined newly today for the first class? Yeah, thanks, Sarath. Any other? I repeat my question. Do we have anyone who joined today first class? Actually, this course is started yesterday. Yeah, Rashid.
Yeah, I'm the one who joined.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, thanks. So this course has started yesterday. Yesterday, we have gone through the course content only. So in the interest of you guys, so what I will do, I will quickly go through what we have discussed yesterday. And then we'll get started with the first thing of this course, that is interface changes in Java 8. Okay. Now, so those who do not know me, my name is Karthik. I've been teaching into this teaching of Java and Java related frameworks from past 1.5 to 2 years with Ashok IT. And I'm a working professional and working as a technical architect for one of the MNC. Okay, so I have taken around ample amount of batches, around 20 to 22 batches. And I do teach data structure, design patterns, core Java, advanced Java, threads, 8, 9, 11 features. Okay. So I do teach Spring and microservices, but in this here, there are some other professionals who are already teaching, right? So I could not get a chance to teach those. So this is the fourth batch I am teaching on Java new features, like which has the 8, 9, and 11. So there is a brief introduction about myself. Now coming to the course, the prerequisite for this course is to have the core Java knowledge. When I say core Java, at least you need to know what is a class, how to write a class, exception, what is a thread, what is a collection, etc. And the first thing that we will start is Java 8. So I'm not going into the each and everything, but in this course, we are going to look at all the Java 8 developer related features. And for each and everything, I'm going to write a program and I will explain how that is going to work. So what I meant by that is, so if I have to explain the filter, what is a stream? How does the filter will work? If I have to tell limit, how does the limit method will work? And what kind of interview questions can be asked on the limit method? So I am going to give a question We are going to solve that, and then I'm going to provide that in the notes as well. So once the Java 8 itself will complete, takes around 15 to 20 days to complete. After that, we are going to get started with the Java 9. In Java 9, so basically we will concentrate more on the modular system, process API improvements, and then JShell. So remaining are the smaller topics which takes one class each. Interface changes means we can write a private method in the Java 9 interface onwards. So this does not take much time to explain. So the important things in the Java 9 is JShell, process API improvements, module system. I'll be explaining all the details, whatever I have mentioned with the programming, but at high level, I'm telling from the interview perspective, these are the very important things. So we'll be discussing all this. And then beyond, so this Java 9 features may take 10 to 12 days. And after that, we are going for a Java 11. In Java 11, it's a long-term support. So the basic, the changes here are string collection, file API, and predicate changes, nested basic classes. So all of these things we are going to see even with the programs. So why do we have to learn Java 8, 9, 11? Because currently, yesterday I have shown you the Oracle website and I have shown you that the support for Java 8 has been stopped from March 2022. So that means from Java 8 onward, Java has become a paid version. So Oracle has stopped the support March 2022 only. That means it's been in a year. There is no support for Java 8 on from Oracle. That means if in Java, whenever you are using a production grade application with a Java 8, if you are getting any issue in the Java, so Oracle will not provide a support. So what you have to do, you have to update it to the next version. You will say that, sir, can I go for 9 and 11? No. 9 and 10, you cannot go. The next long-term support. So Java, whenever it is releasing the version, it has mentioned one thing called as a LTE, LTS. LTS means long-term support. So Java 8 is one long-term support. After that, Java 11 is another long-term support. So you cannot get a license for 9 and 10. You have to get a license for 11. So that for this 11, the support is there till 2026. So you can see most of the applications are getting migrated from 8 to 11. So that is the reason whenever you go for an interview nowadays, you can get a questions on, since 8 is completed, everyone will move to the 11. So whenever they are moving to the 11, obviously they'll be using the features of 10, 9 and 10 and 11, right? And there is a chance to ask the questions in the interview. So that is the reason we clubbed 8, 9, 11 together and then created a course. So this is the course content and why we have to learn 8, 9, 11. And coming to the fee structure, timing is morning 7:30 to 8:30. We might complete this one in the 35 to 40 days. When I say 35 to 40 days, we started yesterday. So 19th April. So 19th May will be the 30 days, right? And another 10 days. That means in the third week of May or end of May, we are going to complete this. Now the fee is 4,000 rupees. The recordings will be provided free of cost for 6 months. The reason we are providing recordings for free is, so from Java 8 onwards, the programming is completely different. So when I explain the streams, lambdas, everything looks good. But due to office work or something, if you are not able to practice, it becomes difficult later point of time. But if we provide the free videos, you can watch it later point of time and then you can solve it. So at the end of the course, whatever the program that we have written in the class, notes, interview questions, everything will be provided to you guys. So this is a course overview. Does anyone has any questions?
So will it have from Monday to Saturday?
Yeah. So not every Saturday, alternate Saturdays. Whenever there is a, if I have due to some urgency or something, if I don't take a class, I'll be putting on Wednesday, but I will let you know, guys. Not every Saturday. Depends. If you are lagging behind the schedule, then we have a class on Saturday. Like it is same passion how we have followed for DSA and data design patterns. I think you are part of those, right?
Yeah, design pattern I have gone.
Yeah. So same thing, we'll follow the same thing. So any other questions? The one who joined newly today, I think Sharath, are you fine? Do you need any more details? Okay, I hope no question. Let us get started with the first thing. Yeah. The first thing that is like, what are the changes had done for the interface in Java 8? Now, before that, we need to know how to install the Java 8, right? Now, first of all, if you want to learn Java 8, you need to, first of all, you need to have a Java 8 to be installed on your machine. And now first you go to, you do not know whether it is installed or not. Then what you need to do, just go to the run command, go to the command prompt. Okay. If you do not know how to go to the command prompt, in the search, you can type command, or you just go to the run window and then enter type CMD and then click on OK. Now here you enter Java version. See, my Java version is 11. When my Java version is 11, can I say that I can access all the 8 features, 9 features, and 11 features? Yes, automatically it will include 8 and 9 as well. So if you're having a version which is greater than 8, then that should be fine. If the Java is not installed on your machine, you can see the command as unrecognized command. The Java is not installed on your machine, you can see the output or error as unrecognized command. Then you have to install the Java. Or if your Java version is lesser than 8, you can see that version number. So immediately you need to download that Java 8 version, and then you have to install it. If you are having a version greater than 8, you don't need to install. But if you are having a version less than 8, you need to install. Now, for those people who do not have the Java 8, let me tell you how to install. Yeah, go to the Oracle website. So just go to Google and then type Java 8 free download. Go to the Oracle website. You can see Java SE8. You can download anything. See here, based on your runtime operating system, you can select, or yeah. If you look at here, currently they are doing JDK 20 and 17. If you come down, you can see some others. Yeah. See 8, Enterprise Performance Pack, and then 11. If you click on 8, you can see the Java is a platform dependent or independent?
Independent.
Platform, is the Java platform independent or dependent? And JVM?
Platform dependent.
Okay. What about the
JVM?
JVM? Is the JVM platform dependent or independent?
Platform dependent.
JVM dependent.
Yeah. So that means whenever I say JVM is a platform dependent, based on your operating system, you have to download the corresponding software, right? So that is the reason you can see whenever you're downloading, you have Linux, Mac, Solaris, Windows. Based on your operating system, you have to select, correct? So mine is say Windows, so I'll click on this one. Now, see here, I'm taking Java 8. Windows is a operating system. Now, what is the x64, x84? Then what you can do, go to the C. This PC, right click, properties. You can see here, mine is 64-bit operating system. So then I have to go for 8x64 installer. If yours is a 86 installer, then you have to click on this one, just down. If you click on this one, you need to go to the Oracle website and then create a login and then click on download. It will download. Once it downloads in your folder, in the download folder, it will look like this. So the one of the jar will be downloaded like this. It is a different one. But if you click on save, download here, JDK 8U371, one jar will be downloaded in the download folder. Just double click on this and click next, next, next. It is similar to the installing a VLC media player or any other software. Okay. Once you click on next, the Java software will be installed. Then what you can do, you close the window, this command prompt, whatever you have opened earlier. Now go to the command window again, and then type Java-version. Then you can see the Java 8 version is installed. This is for those who do not have a Java is installed or who has a version that is less than 8. So the first step you need to do, this is the first step you need to do. So does anyone has any questions on this? Does anyone has any questions on this so far?
Karthik, so what is the difference between the Oracle JDA and the Open JDK? Because
Open
now
JDK
in
is,
my office, they recommend for Open JDK.
Open JDK, you don't need to have a license. Oracle one, you need to have a license. But Oracle one also, for individual purpose, it is free. That means now if I am downloading, am I downloading for my production application? No. It is for my learning purpose, correct? So it is free. So better to go with the Oracle. Open JDK is maintained by Red Hat. Whenever something is open, can I say that it might have a security issues? Yes. So for the production applications, they have to get a license from the Oracle and then use it. If you are using a Open JDK, there might be some issues on the security vulnerabilities or something. Okay. Hope you understand.
Yes, Karthik. Yes.
Yeah. Now, so once the installation is completed, now you open the Eclipse. Now I'm just clicking on Eclipse. Let us create a new workspace and then we'll start creating everything from the scratch. Yeah. So let me create one more thing called, since there is a fourth batch, 04 Java new features. So I just created our batch name, 04 Java new features, select it and click on launch. So now the Eclipse will be opened and then we'll create a Java project with the 8. And then we'll start implementing the changes of Java 8. So by the time the Eclipse gets open, can you guys tell me what are the things that you can do before Java 8? What is an interface and what does the interface will allow? When I say the symbol bits, before Java 8, what does the interface will allow? Can you write a non-abstract method?
No.
Only abstract methods are allowed, correct? Okay. Can I write static, default, any other methods? No, only abstract methods are allowed. Now, can I write a non-final variables?
By default, it is a static and
Final.
final variable.
Yeah, we cannot write non-final variables, correct? Or not allowed. Okay. Now, you might be saying, if someone is asking you, what is the difference between abstract class and interface? This is a very, very important question. What is the difference between abstract class and interface? Can someone tell me? I'm asking the question before Java 8. Once the Java 8 I started, I will explain what is the difference. But I'm asking a question on before Java 8, what are the differences between abstract class and interface?
Abstract class can have non-abstract methods, abstract methods, and in interface.
Config methods. Both are.
So abstract class can have abstract methods and non-abstract methods. Okay, correct. And interface can have only
By
abstract.
default, everything is abstract method.
That means you cannot write a body of the method. Yeah,
Correct.
fine. Any other?
Abstract
Um,
method using extends where interface you can use implement keyword and
So can I see whenever I'm so since it is a class, for example, class A, I have a class called A, comma B. Now I want to do the inheritance between these two. Can I say A extends B? So I have another class called C. Now can I say A extends B, comma C? In Java,
No.
we can do the extends only with one class, correct?
only one place.
Now, if I have to C, then C extends A again. So that means, can I do the multiple inheritance
Yes.
using an abstract class? Multiple inheritance is not possible.
Multiple inherit is not supported.
It's not possible using abstract class.
Interesting. Yes.
Okay. Now, but how it can be possible using abstract class? Can I say that you can go for a multi-level? Can I say here, what I want to do, I want a, okay, now I want to see. Now, what I want is, C is a child class. This should have an inheritance relationship between B and A. Can I do like directly C extend B, comma A? Can I do directly? No, I cannot do. Agree with me, everyone?
Yes.
So that means
Yes, sir.
multiple inheritance is not possible using a extends keyword, because in Java, whenever you are writing a extends keyword, you can allow only one class. But how can I implement this multiple inheritance using multi-level inheritance? Look at here. This is one level. This is another level. Now, can I say C is now C extends B. For C is a child. What is the parent? B. Again, what is the parent for B? A. That means in the C, whatever the method I have written non-private method in A, can I access in the C? Yes. Correct. Now I'm able to implement the multiple inheritance via multi-level inheritance. Agree?
Yes.
Multi-level inheritance. Okay. But whenever I'm using an interface, what happens? Multiple inheritance is allowed, correct? Because
Yes.
A is a class, implements test1, comma test2. That means test1, test2 are the interfaces. That means a class can implement multiple interfaces at a time. That means multiple inheritance is allowed. Okay. Now, anyone tell me any of the other differences? Now, can a abstract class have, or can I create an object for abstract class?
Most of- but
No
internally
object
we-
creation, right? No object creation. Okay. Now, can I have a constructor?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, constructor is possible. But whenever I'm not able to create an object, what is the point of having a constructor? How does the abstract class constructor will be called?
The parent, like,
So in the,
Okay.
see, if I take the A class and B class as A class as abstract class, then A class constructor will be called through the child, correct? Whenever I'm creating an object for a B, then first B class constructor will be called. In that B class constructor, there will be a super call, and then it will go to the A class constructor, correct? So that means, can I say abstract class will have a state of an object? Abstract class works on state of an object. What is the meaning of a state of an object? Okay. Now let me create a class called like this here. Class A. Now I am creating inside this, I am creating int variable, int I. And I am mentioning that final variable. Final int I. Can I do like this? Can I
Yes.
declare a final variable without initialize, without?
Yes.
Yeah. Then how can I initialize this value? Can I say in the constructor? A final variable which is not initialized during the declaration is called as blank final variable. Okay. Now this is what this dot I equal to I you will do. Okay. Now, so this will be called whenever I'm writing the main method. In the main method, I'm creating an object called a equal to new a. I will pass 10. A1 equal to new a. I will pass 20. Okay. Now, can you guys tell me can I say these two are the two different objects?
Yes.
So whenever, see, what is the value of I? See, whenever, see, I is a instance variable. So it will get, so in the memory, what happens? Whenever you create an object for A, the memory is allocated, correct? And A1, the memory is allocated. Okay, done. So whenever I say separate memory is allocated, internally what happens? It will allocate the memory for the variables, correct? Now, can I say I is a instance variable? So it will allocate the memory here. It will allocate the memory here. Now you have, what is the thing that you have made? I is a final variable. Generally, what is the meaning of a final?
So it's
The value cannot be modified, right? Now, but if you look at here, for this object, A object, what is the value? I'm passing 10. Then this variable, this dot I equal to I means current object. In the A object, I have a I variable that will be initialized to 10. Now, in the A1, I have 20. I'm passing 20. So in the A1 dot I, it will be initialized to 20. Look at here. Now, after doing this, can I try to modify like A dot I equal to 20 or 30? Can I do? It will throw the compilation error, correct? Now, if you look at here, you have in the class, you have declared the final variable. What is the meaning of a final variable? Final variable is something whose value cannot be changed, correct? Now, if you look at here, can I say, though it is a final variable, using a constructor, what I'm able to do? I'm initializing the value for each object. Look at here. The I value for A object is 10. The I value for A1 object is 20. That means, can I say, though it is a final, I'm getting a object specific values. Now, once the object value initialized, can I modify this one? No. So that is the beauty of a constructor. So in the abstract class, you can have a constructor. So whenever you have a constructor, then the abstract class works on the state of an object. This behavior is called as state of an object. Now, whereas, can you have a constructor in the interface?
now we don't have any constructor.
Constructor in interface, it is not possible, correct? Constructor is something can be created only for class. Now, whenever you do not have, if you declare a variable in interface, what happens?
By default, from static.
It is final, correct? It is final variable. That means you cannot modify the value. So that means you cannot have the interface does not work on a state of an object, whereas abstract class works on the state of an object. Let me explain this one in the Eclipse with a program. So we are discussing about difference between abstract class and interface before Java 8. Once I explain the Java 8 features, then we will come back to this question again. Now, let's see, the Eclipse is started. So I'm creating a Java project, new, other, select Java project, click on next. See, I'm selecting the runtime environment is Java 1.8. Java 8 features. And then click on next. And then finish. So look at here, guys. Now let me create one package. com.ashokit.abstract class. So now let me create a class here. Or I just wanted to demonstrate. So abstract class can work on the state of an object. How can you do? Abstract class is also a class. Let me take a class called A. Let me increase the font. Now I will write the same thing. So I can create a final variable, final int I. If you look at here, I'm getting a compilation error. Look at here. What it is telling? Let's see the compilation error. A blank final field I may not have been initialized. Okay. So a final variable which is not initialized during the declaration, this is called as a blank final variable. One way of doing this one equal to 10. If I say 10, if you create 100 objects for A, what is the value of I variable will hold? 10 only, because you are declaring itself. Now, I don't want the constant value for all the objects. I want to have object specific values. Then what I will do, I will initialize with a constructor. So constructor is something, same name as a class name. This dot I equal to I. Look at here, the error is gone. The compilation error is gone. Okay. Now let me create a main method. Now let me create A equal to new A. I will pass 10. Copy this. A1 equal to 20. Now later you try to print out A dot I, what is the value? A1 dot I, what is the value? Now look at here. I is a final variable. Generally, whenever it is a final, what do you think? The value cannot be modified, right? Or only one value, see, throughout the application, only one value will be there. But if you look at here, using the class or constructor, the beauty is blank final variable we can initialize through the constructor. So that means A dot I will give you 10, A1 dot I will give you 20. That means though it is a final, you are providing the final values based on the constructor or based on the object. Let me run this program. If you look at see 10 and 20, that means though it's a final variable, am I getting a different values? Yes. That means per object you can initialize the value. Now after this, let me try to modify it. See, am I able to modify? No, I'm getting a compilation error because the final variable A of I cannot be assigned. So that means this is nothing but a class can have a constructor. A class will work on the state of an object. State of an object means here I have two objects. One object is A, another object is A1. In the A object, I mean, though it is a final, I'm initializing the value as 10. In the A1, I'm initializing the value as 20. That means what is happening here? The constructor is making the object specific final values. This behavior is called as state of an object. So abstract class works on a state of an object. Now let's see the interface. Let's see the interface. I'm creating an interface called test. Now let's see the constructor. Generally, what is the meaning of constructor? Constructor name should be same name as a class name and it should not have a return type. Now I'm trying to create a constructor in the interface. Look at here, what is Java telling? Interface cannot have constructor, right? So that means I cannot create a constructor. Done. Now let me int I equal to 10. I'm declaring. See, so can I declare a variable without initialization in an interface? Look at here. I'm getting a error. A blank final field I may not have been initialized. That means I do not see. I have declared a variable, and can I initialize with like a constructor? No, because the constructor is not allowed in interface. So it is what it is asking. It is asking you to enter the value. Once it is entering, look at here. You have not provided the value variable as a final, but still all the variables in the interface are final. Look at here. The blank final. Did I write the final keyword here? No. But by default, what does the compiler will do? Any variable that you create in interface, that will be called as a final variable. Okay, that means once you assign the value, can you modify this value? You cannot modify. Now, if I try to implement, now what I will do? Implements test. Okay. Now I want to change it to the test.I to 40. Am I able to change? Look at here. Why? See, though I did not mention here it as a final field, but what is the compiler is telling me? The final field test.I cannot be assigned. That means any variable that you declare in interface, it is a final, irrespective of an object. So that's the thing. The most important difference between abstract class and interface that interviewers will be looking at is this one. abstract class can work on a state of an object, whereas interface does not have a state of an object. That means whenever you have a final variable, you can have a object specific values in the abstract class, whereas any variable that is declared in an interface is final. You cannot modify the data. I hope everyone understood this. Any questions, anyone?
Karthik, how did you create an object of an abstract class here?
No, I just created a, see, for abstract class, we cannot create. What we have to do, I just created a class. I did not made it as an abstract. If you want to create an abstract class object, you cannot directly do. You have to create an object of child class.
Okay,
Let me
got
create
it.
class B. Let me public abstract. Okay, but the thing is, I can also have a constructor in the abstract class, correct? How this constructor will be invoked? When I from the A. So now I will write A extends B and implements test. Now look at here. So what am I doing? A class is extend. Let me do. Okay, let me remove this variable. Okay, so look at here. A is extending B, but what is a B? It's an abstract class. Can I create an object directly to the abstract class? No. See, I can create an object to the child class. Whenever I create a child class, can I say from here immediately what is a variable? What happens? In the B class also I can have a constructor, correct? Or int I. This dot I equal to I, correct? Now how okay. Or I can, so what I meant by is I can perform some operation here. Now how this constructor will be invoked? From the child class constructor, correct? Now here super followed by
final int I can be declared in B class, I guess, right?
Yes. So that means though it is a abstract, you cannot create an object, but you can have a constructor. And whenever you have a constructor, the final variable can be initialized through the constructor to have a object specific final values. That is the meaning.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Okay. So any other questions, anyone? This is very, very, very important. Many of the people does not know, but this is a behavior. Okay. So I hope no questions. Now let's get started. What are the changes? Now, so this is all good. These are the changes before Java 8. Now let us see what is the first change that is introduced in interface in Java 8. Now you can write a default methods. Now you can write a default methods in an interface. Now let us see. I'm using Java 8. Now let me write public abstract display. So there's an abstract method, right? Now void. Okay. Now what is the other thing that I can do is I can write a default method. Now, so generally in a class, if I am writing a default method, I don't need to mention the access modifier, but here I need to mention default void show. I'm writing one method called default method. Okay. Now here in the default method, I am writing a body of the method, correct? Hi, default method of interface. So the first change is before Java 8, the interface does not allow any of the non-abstract methods. But if you look at here, am I able to write a non-abstract method? It can be a static or it can be a default. So it is allowing the default method. Look at here. Is it showing any compilation error?
No.
No. That means I can say that Java has in the Java 8, the feature has been provided that we can write non-abstract methods. What are those non-abstract methods? It's a default method and then the static method. Let me write static void add. I will explain what is the use and all little later. But the first thing you need to know what are the changes. This is a change. See here, whenever I'm writing this, currently I'm writing system.out.println. Can I write my own logic here? I can write. Look at here. So now the first change, the first difference between an abstract class and interface is in an abstract class, you can write abstract method and non-abstract method. But in Java, before Java 8, you can write only abstract method. Now, from Java 8 onwards, can I say this difference is ruled out? this is no longer a difference from Java 8 onwards. Am I right? Because in interface also, am I able to write non-abstract methods?
Exactly.
Guys, are you able to understand?
Yes, yes.
What about others?
Yes. So can we use public, I mean, for an example, public static void add, something like that?
Access modifier can be anything.
Okay. Public
Access modifier
protected
can be anything. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
I think only public is allowed, I think.
I could not hear you.
I think it is only public is allowed, I guess, in interfaces.
See, I will come to that later. Yes. So,
So no returnable, right? We can use returns.
yes, anything.
Okay.
We'll come to that, all of those things later. If I do return, say return 10. Allowed. See, whenever you are writing a method, return type is part of the method only, right?
All right.
So that means it also, what I meant by is from the Java 8 onwards, you can write non-abstract methods in the interface. What are those non-abstract methods? Default method and static method. Don't worry, why are we writing? What is the advantage? I'm going to explain all of those. But the first difference is we can write default method and static methods. Those are, see, can I say this is a non-abstract method? This is also a non-abstract method. Non-abstract method means what? It should have a body of the method, correct? Abstract method means it does not have a body. Non-abstract method means it has a body. So that means there is no longer a difference between abstract class and interface done. Okay, but this is a, so that means from Java 8 onwards, if you have to tell what are the differences between abstract class and interface, you cannot tell this one. Can I say that this will still hold, correct? Using a class, can you do multiple inheritance directly? No, you have to go for multi-level. And can I say that this difference will hold still again? Constructor is like abstract class works on a state of an object, whereas interface does not. So these are the two differences will be there even after Java 8 implementation. Okay, now let us see what is the advantage of or why they have provided the default methods. We'll come to the static methods later. Why the Java 8 people have introduced default methods in the Java 8 interface. So the answer for that is backward compatibility.
Actually, I mean, a silly doubt. So what is the actual use of the default?
So that is what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. Okay. Now, so the default methods is providing the backward compatibility. Now, let us see what is the meaning of a backward compatibility. Now, let us create some classes called, different classes called C. I'm creating one class called C. I'm creating another class called D. I'm creating another class called E. Okay, done. Now let us take one more interface called test1. Or test1 is an, sorry, I have selected a class. Let me select new interface. Test1. In the test1 interface, I have public void M1. I have M1 method and M2 method. So in before Java 8, what you can do, you can have only abstract methods in the interface. I assume that you have two abstract methods. And this interface is getting implemented in these three. Implements test1. So then what C has to do? Immediately it has to override M1 and M2, correct? No. Can I say the same thing should happen for D also? If it is implementing, implements test1. Immediately it has to override two methods, correct? Done. Now, implements test1. What E has to do? It has to override. There, done. Now, this is good. This is how our projects will work. Agree? So there will be one interface. That interface can be implemented in multiple classes. Do you agree? This is somewhat a behavior that we can see in our projects. Yes, no?
Yes, yes, correct.
Yeah. Now, so now what happens is, let's go to the test1. And if I'm writing one more, see, before Java 8, I cannot write non-abstract methods. The only possibility I can write abstract methods. If I write abstract method here, whenever I save it, immediately, can I say I will get a compilation error in C, D, E classes? Look at here. Why?
Yes,
Why am I getting compilation error?
because we need to implement one more method.
Yeah, that means in the interface, I have written a one abstract method because I can, before Java 8, I cannot write non-abstract method. I can write only abstract method. But whenever you are implementing one more, adding one more non-abstract method, what is happening? It is creating a problem in all the classes. Now, what you have to do, whether you like it or not, whether you use it or not, in all those classes, you need to implement M3 method, correct? Assume that I have written a M3 method. I want to use this M3 method in only in C. And D and E I don't want, but still I have to override. Am I right? So now that means whenever you modify an interface, you have to modify all the other classes. Now, instead of that, what Java people think that instead of providing this abstract method, let us create a default method. Let us create a default method. Okay. Now, whenever I create a default method, let me write system.out.println, and I want to only some behavior I want to get only in a C. Okay. Now look at here. I'm just saving it. Immediately the compilation error will be gone. See? Do you see the compilation error?
No, it-
That means whenever by introduction of a default methods in an interface in Java 8, what is the advantage you have got? Do you need to change the code of existing classes?
no.
That means in the introduction of these default methods, can you say this is providing a compatibility to you don't need to change the other class code, correct? So this is called as a backward compatibility. So the advantage of having a default methods in the interface is backward compatibility. Okay. Now the question is, sir, it is good. You have written an M3 method in this one. Now, can I override that M3 method here? Yes, you can do. Now, can I override the M3 method? Look at here, you are able to see. I'm overriding. So when I override it, see here, I want to override it in the M3 class. M3 method is overridden in C class. Okay, done. So, and in D class, I don't want to override. I want to get the behavior of whatever is present in the test class. So what I meant by that is you can write a default methods in an interface. Whatever the default method that I have written in interface, can I override it in the implemented classes? Yes, we can override it. Now, if you don't want to override, how can you call that method? How can you call this M3 method present in an interface? That is what I am trying to tell. Now let us see. Here, in the C class, let me write a main method. Main method. Now, how can I access? In order to call this M3 method or M2 method, what should I do?
Create the object of thread.
So, since these are the instance methods, I have to create an object. C.M1, it will call C.M2, it will call C.M3. When I say C.M3, which class method will be called?
C class M3 method.
Will it call the test1 interface method? No.
No, it won't.
As per the inheritance, whenever you are trying to call a method, the Java will check. See, you have created an object of which class? C class. First, what the compiler will do? It will check whether this M3 method is present in the C class. Yes. If it is present, then it will be given the hierarchical, correct? It will be given the priority. So this is the output. Okay, done. Now let's go to the, now in the D. Now in the D class, let me create a main method. Now, can I access M1 and M2? Yes, how? With a D object. D equal to new D. Now, D dot M1. I will get an output from a here D class M1 method. D dot M2. I can get an output. Now, did I override the M3 method here?
No.
No. But I want to access the M3 method present in an interface. Now, can I say that? How? Now the question comes, how to? So we have already seen. Can I override a default method present in an interface?
Yes.
Yes. Now the question, another question is, how can I access the default method present in interface. How can I access the default method present in an interface? The answer for this is interface name dot super keyword dot method name. This is the signature. See, whenever you're creating an object of a class, what are you doing? Can I say class name, reference variable equal to new class name, correct? Similarly, whenever you want to access a default method present in an interface, the signature is interface name dot super keyword dot method name. Now, what is the interface name here? Test1, correct? Now, dot super dot, what is the default method name? M3. Okay. Now, but can someone tell me why am I getting a compilation error? I'm following the same signature, but I'm getting a compilation error. This is a basic core Java.
Because M3 is a non-static method.
Yes. So what is the main method? Main method is a static method. From one static block, can you access non-static method? No. But look at here. M3 is what type of a method? Is it a static method? No. That is the reason. Look at here. It will throw you. Cannot use super keyword in a static context. Correct? That means what you have to do in order to get this, what I will do, I will create one method. That means you can call from a static method, can you call non-static method? No. Now what I will do, I will put this in the, see, this is an instance method. Now how can I call this instance method? D dot display, correct? Now when I say D dot display, can I say I'm going to here and then getting a response? Yes. Now look at here, let me run the program and see what I have written. M3 method present in interface. Okay. Now in the C class, let me write M3 method overridden in C class. Now first of all, let me run this. See, look at here. Whenever I call M3, I have overridden. Whenever you are overriding, what happens? M3 method is overridden in C class. That means as per the inheritance principle, you can, so whenever you are overriding a method, child class method will be given priority than the parent class. Done. Now, when it comes to the D class, in the D, I have not overridden the default method. But how can I access the default method? Using a interface name followed by super keyword followed by method name. Now, how can I write this? Run the Java app. See, M3 method present in an interface. That means, can I say I'm getting a response, or can I say the M3 method present in a interface is getting executed? Correct? Yeah. So now what is the advantage of having a default method in an interface? It will provide the backward compatibility. What is meant by backward compatibility? Say you take in the interview, if they're asking what is the backward compatibility, you have to take 2 or 3 classes and tell that I am using a test1 interface. In the test1 interface, if I create M3 method as abstract method, immediately I have to override that method in a C, D, E class because it's an abstract method. But if I'm creating a default method, then what is Java is providing? I don't need to modify the existing classes. So that is nothing but a backward compatibility. Now the next question comes, can I override the default method present in an interface? Yes, we can override. That means, for example, by default, you want to get the data something from database. Okay, you will write that code here. But in the C class, you want to do it something differently. Then what you have to do? You have to override it. Now, if you want to get a default behavior, how to call the default method? Interface name followed by super keyword followed by method name. Why can't you write this signature in the main method? Because main method is a static. From static, another static method only call. You cannot call from a static, non-static method.
In here, can we write D dot M3 in the main of D?
D dot M3. You cannot write. D dot M3 means what is D? You tell me first. See, whenever you are doing D dot M1, what does it mean? What do you meant by D dot M1?
M1 in D.
So what is meant that? Can I say you are calling a M1 instance method which is present in a D class?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, whenever you say D dot M3, do you have a M3 method first of all in a D?
It is inherited from that interface, right?
Okay, if you are coming in that way, that is fine. But See here, you are not directly creating. See, what is the question I asked? My question is, how can I access a default method present in an interface directly, correct? See here, whenever you're creating an object, automatically you are implementing, you have created an object of this. But my question is more of directly with the interface, how can I access it? Hope you got the difference. Shankar?
Yeah, got it. I mean, if you call d.m3 directly, it will be called from interface.
Yes,
You want
yes, this is not something different. It is same as because of a, see, whenever you have an inheritance, what is the meaning of inheritance? See, in the D class, do you have a method M3? No. If it is not there, it will go to the parent, correct? What is the parent? Interface. So this method gets executed. So this is a general inheritance behavior. But my question is more on, I don't want to, see, if I don't want to create a call like this with an object. I want to call directly with the interface reference. How can I do? This is how I can do.
I think we can extend the M3 using this one, and like super.m3 will write like that, right? So that we can create a M3 method in a D object M3,
Yes.
M3,
Yeah.
and that
you can override and you can also call like that also.
Here test1.super.m3, and then we can override it, and
Yeah.
then we can.
So what is the change? This one and this one? Method name only, correct?
Okay, got it.
Correct.
Yeah, we can even extend the functionality of here in M3.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
Thanks.
I see you have told the method name as a M3, which is in the parent, but I have taken a different method called display. It's up to us, right? But what is the underlying functionality in that method? Interface name followed by super keyword followed by method name. Yeah. Good.
Okay,
good question. Yeah. Any other questions, anyone?
But in both cases, we are doing same, right?
Yes.
We are
Yes.
calling the same method. So what's the
Yes.
basic difference in
No, we are not. See, there is here in this scenario, what are they doing? See, whenever you are overriding, why do you do overriding? First of all, you want to get a different behavior, correct?
Yeah.
See, but here, what Shankar point is, you want to override it and then call, instead of creating a different behavior, you want to call the same method only. So what I have done, I have not overridden the M3 method. I have created a separate method and then called it. But he wanted, right? Override the method and then call the same thing.
I wanted to
different
behavior plus additional behavior. Like I can write system dot something and then addition.
Yes. Yes. So for example, he want to add some logic of getting data from DB, something. He will write select star from employee, and then he want to call this method.
I think
then also he can do.
This method should be the first call. I think after that only we can write like normally how we do. Super we will call as a first.
Yes.
call.
Yes.
Okay. That's what I wanted actually.
No, but when we call that D.M3,
Yes.
so we are able to see that,
whenever
right?
you say yes, see that is what. See, D.M3 means what? Can I say between T and test1? What do you have? Can I say this is an inheritance relationship?
Yes.
So what is the inheritance relationship? Will tell you. See, in a child class using the child class object, you can access the parent class methods. Agree?
Yes.
So now here, see, D is a child object. Using the child object, you are trying to access M3 method. First of all, what the compiler will do? Does the M3 method is present in this class?
No.
Yes. In this scenario, let me remove this. Let me remove this for time being. Do I have the M3 method here?
No.
Now then what is the parent for this? Test1. And then it will execute. So this is one way to call the default methods. Okay. This is not a, this is a inheritance behavior, right? Nothing you are doing new. But my question is, I don't want to call like the object name. I want to call through the interface name. How can I do? That's where this signature comes into picture. Hope you get it.
We make in the interface the static default concrete thing as a static.
I could not understand your question. Can't we make? You have the separate. You have see this is a default method, and then you have the separate thing. Like I can write static void M4. Okay. Now, so I did not explain that static method. I will explain in upcoming class. So this is a static method. How do you call a static method present in a class? Using a class name, right? Similarly, this M4 is a static method. How can I call this? Test1.M4. So if it is a static, you will call with the interface name. I am talking about a default. Hope you understand, Rashid. Don't
Yes.
club both. Yeah. So this we did not discuss. We will discuss in tomorrow's class.
So no. I was saying that that keyword is then a default. With that, can't we add the static default static void like?
Look at here.
Okay.
Hope you understood. You cannot club the
Okay.
modifiers. Okay. Then see here, whenever you write it, see what is the meaning of a static? Memory gets allocated in the Java stack. If it is an instance, heap area. If you are clubbing both, how does it know you are making it as a sandwich, right? How does the compiler will know where it has to allocate the memory?
Okay.
Hope you understand.
Yeah, got it.
So any other questions, anyone?
I think Karthik, very good.
So guys, if you are interested, please enroll for this course, and we'll be continuing like tomorrow also we have the class, and we'll continue the next things, and Saturday, Sunday will be holiday. Okay. So if you are interested, you can enroll for this course. And if any of your friends are also interested, please refer them. And once the enrollments are completed, you will get to know, I'll share the notes, everything. Okay. Now the question is how to enroll for this course. So today you are going to get an email from the Ashok IT. And in that email, it will be mentioned like way to join. Let me show quickly. Yeah. So somewhat similar to this email, you are going to get an email from the Ashok IT. So this I'm just showing about a different class, multi-threading. So in that email, you have the details and you have the sessions, like yesterday's session YouTube video will be there, and today's session YouTube video will be there. And apart from that, you will be given with the bank details. See what to do the enrollment process. So you have to give your name, contact number, course code is nothing but 04 Java new features. Timing is 7:30 to 8:30. So you have to do the, like they will be providing you what is the NEFT account details or PhonePe or Google Pay. You have to do the payment on that and then take a screenshot and then send that screenshot along with the details to this email ID. Then you will be considered as enrolled. Once you are enrolled, you will be added to the WhatsApp group. So we are going to create a WhatsApp group. It's already created for 04 Java new features, I think, right? Yeah. So this is a WhatsApp group that is created for 04 Java new features. You'll be the admin, whoever has done the enrollment, the admin will be adding those students to the this WhatsApp group. So once the demo classes are completed, by 25th, we will be completing the demo classes. Then what happens? This Zoom link is going to be changed. All the enrolled candidates will be informed with a new Zoom link through the email, mobile, sorry, when I say mobile in the sense message or email. And from there onwards, you will be joining the new Zoom link and we'll be continuing. If you have any questions, this WhatsApp group is a medium between you and me. You can ask any question. I'll be sharing the notes here and then I'll be uploading the notes to the portal as well. Any questions on anyone on the enrollment process, etc.? Especially new guys.
Only this Saturday, Sunday will be holiday, right?
Yeah, so I'll let you know. So generally, we don't have a class on Saturday, Sunday, but twice a month I'll have the week class. Sunday will be holiday. For Saturday, sometimes I may take. That I will be letting you know ahead of the time.
But for
And
this
Saturday we don't have a class. Yes.
Okay.
Any other questions? Anyone on the process of enrollment, fee, class structure, etc.? So guys, don't worry. I'll be explaining everything through the programmatic approach. I don't teach just like that English, like just speak the English and then get it done. No, my way of like it is not matter whether you have joined for this course or not, but that is how I teach. Okay. So if you are interested, I request you to please do the enrollment. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining. If no question, that's all for today. Thank you all. Have a nice day.